Rajon Rondo checking in. Deron Williams of the Utah Jazz will come on for Chris Paul. Dirk Nowitzki will check in. Pau Gasol has come on for Duncan. Kobe Bryant remains on the floor. Our question to Doc was, who will be the fifth member along with the four Celtics? Well, it is Dwight Howard.
Now, those are the biggest decisions that the coaches have to make. Is, hey, Allen airballs a three and hears it from the crowd.
Yes, he does.
But the coaches really, I mean, there's no strategy. Right? This is all about divvying up minutes and trying to figure out, how can we get everybody on the floor and not anger anyone so that they're maybe a little upset come playoff time when they're playing against the Spurs or the Celtics.
Speaking of anger, as a foul is called, there was not a good feeling between Kevin Garnett and Dwight Howard off a couple of incidents in games this season. And here's Dwight as the lone member of the East remaining on the floor.
You think Dwight's looking over his back every time up and down the floor with these four Celtics on the floor with him?
Ray Allen called for the foul.
And that's the most recent time that four teammates have made it, the 2006 Pistons. And Flip Saunders, I think, was the coach of that All-Star team, and he too put all four of his players on the floor at one time.
And it became a real game at that point. It was just a wild playground style basketball. Then the four Pistons entered, and it was real basketball.
They started running their sets. Of course, the other guy didn't know what was going on.
The West up by 9. We're halfway through this first quarter. Pierce. And back comes Deron Williams.
Even Pierce gets booed here in LA. He's from Inglewood, grew up here going to Laker games. And even Paul Pierce, when he gets the ball, immediately gets booed by all these Laker fans.
Fade away by Anthony. Gasol is right there off the deflection. Good start here for the Western squad. 8 of 15. They're shooting 53%, and a foul is called. The 10-2 run by the West. Anthony called for the foul. Dwight Howard for the East squad. West up 21-10.
Welcome back to Staples Center. The West leading by 11. Reggie mentioned what a busy weekend has been for rookie Blake Griffin of Los Angeles Clippers, who's not only fulfilled expectations, but has surpassed them, highlighted by soaring over a Kia automobile to win the Slam Dunk Championship. But the All-Star celebration has been accompanied by a heavy heart. On Wednesday, he found out that his best friend growing up, Wilson Holloway, passed away from Hodgkin's lymphoma. Immediately after the game, he will be on a plane to attend Wilson's funeral tomorrow. He dedicated the Slam Dunk Championship to Wilson's memory. I will present Wilson's parents with a trophy tomorrow. Now let's go to David Aldridge.
Well, Craig, this is the weekend where competition is supposed to take a back seat, especially among members of the same team. But the Miami-Boston rivalry has permeated the Eastern Conference All-Stars. On Saturday, Coach Doc Rivers sent 4 of his Boston Celtics out in practice with Miami's Chris Bosh and proceeded to run several of the Heat's plays as if to show the Heat's 3 All-Stars, yeah, we know your sets. As a matter of fact, Doc told us that Rajon Rondo does know all of Boston's plays. I asked Rondo if that were true, and he said not necessarily, but if you give him a quarter, Marv, he'll pick up the rest.
All right, thank you, David. Reggie is a 4-time All-Star. What do you remember about All-Star practices?
Well, actually getting there and playing the shooting games, because you don't go through a lot of sets because everyone obviously has their own sets. But I think when you get there and you play the shooting games and you try to get familiar with one another, that's the key.
Was it awkward, though? I mean, you're playing against Michael Jordan, a guy you tried to fight several times, if I remember correctly. Or maybe it was vice versa.
It's fool's gold because Michael was always hitting me on, hey, Reg, how you doing?
Yeah.
Everything's going okay? And then we would play you guys a week later, and he's elbowing me in my head. So it's all fool's gold, ladies and gentlemen. You guys think these guys are getting along. There's not a lot of love lost.
Oh, nice move by Rajon Rondo on the subject of fool's gold. Doc Rivers was talking about that earlier, that, guys come together at the All-Star break. The guys make the team, and they've been just hammering each other during the course of the regular season, but it's how's the family, how are things going as Kobe is able to score again. He's 4 of 7 11 points, and Doc says, you know, it's a little phony when you think about it.
Well, remember, it was only a week ago that Kevin Garnett set that hard pick on Mike Miller. We're going to see a blocking foul there. But Garnett set the screen on Miller. Miller went down. Dwayne Wade went after Kevin Garnett. Remember, Rondo went into the timeout huddle. I mean, these teams genuinely do not like each other. So, you know, 7 of the 12 roster spots made up of Miami and Boston. Very awkward situation.
And Blake Griffin hearing it from the crowd as he checks in. First All-Star game. #1 overall pick in the 2009 draft and sat out because of the injury. This is what you're talking about in Boston. The hard pick by Ilgauskas and on Rondo, knocked him down, and moments later, Garnett with the elbow of Mike Miller.
All this is doing is people rubbing their hands, getting ready, as Powell with a nice finish on the pass from Darren Williams, rubbing their hands, getting ready for the playoffs.
4 minutes to play in this opening quarter. Rondo gets it to Bosch. Bosch with a fadeaway. Chris Bosch, who has had a superb season, first year with Miami, 6-time All-Star, the 5 previous as a member of the Toronto Raptors.
He's been a rock for them. I don't know if you can say he's been quiet because he's here as an All-Star, but when you play with Dwayne Wade and LeBron James, I think it is kind of quiet as Dirk Nowitzki knocks down the jumper, but Bosch has been there every single night. You can pretty much count on 18 and 10 from Bosch.
Oh, and there is Bosch on the tip. Nice backdoor pass for Blake Griffin, his first of many All-Star buckets.
Well, we're talking about Amari Stoudemire running the floor and being able to finish. I think Blake Griffin is going to give him a run for his money as power forwards, as KG knocks down his first shot. Being able to run the floor and finish in traffic.
It seems to me, I mean, just, you know, watching these games, Blake Griffin and LeBron James are the 2 best athletes in the NBA in terms of explosiveness and just pure power.
Ginobili missing the back tap attempted by Gasol. Back comes the East. Rondo trying to put a move on Williams, who took it away. Here's Darren Williams. Whoops. Throwing to the backcourt, and you can't do that.
Ginobili trailing the play. He says, why should I bother coming into the front court? Because in an All-Star game, everybody shoots so quickly.
(29-21), the West on top.
So you going for the West. I saw your interview on TV. I heard what you said. Beaver! Got the Beaver fever. What's up, sir? Hey, nice shoes, man. I like them. Hey, get you a pair of them. Huh? Get you a pair of them.
I tell you, Dwight out there just bothering people at courtside.
He's heckling Steven Tyler.
And there's Stevie Wonders.
Stevie Wonders.
That was a Freudian slip there.
The other one. John Legend. Dwight talking about having Beaver fever.
Your favorite, Marv, right?
Absolutely. Did he? And Jay-Z and Beyonce. Jay-Z, a minority owner of the New Jersey Nets. How about the performance of Justin Bieber in the celebrity game Friday night? He put on a crossover move against Comet, as I recall. Here's Bosch, and hit a 3, scored 8 points. May have been a tainted MVP vote, but he did get MVP. And yes, I had Bieber fever watching Justin do his thing.
You don't think 8 points and 3 assists is MVP type numbers?
I don't know the demographic of those who were voting, but
Well,
he had a lot of support.
if you don't know the demographic, you're going to be getting so much hate mail now.
I'm guessing it was 12-year-old girls who were voting.
You say that with scorn as Nowitzki knocks down a rainbow.
I thought Scottie Pippen deserved it. He had 18. He blocked Justin Bieber's shot and
Magic was
laughed at him.
Magic very upset with Scottie as Bosch hits again. Magic saying, what is he playing against the Lakers in the finals? He took it very seriously. Here's Gasol laying it home with 1.5 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Marv Albert, Steve Kerr, Reggie Miller, Craig Sager, David Aldridge worked the sideline. On the turnover, Al Horford came up with it, so they maintained possession.
Too many turnovers in this first period.
Horford rejected by Nowitzki.
Don't see that very often. Dirk's not a shot blocker. I'm surprised he didn't do the Dikembe Mutombo finger wag after that block.
Griffin way off, rebounded by Bosch. Rajon Rondo leading the NBA in assists, 12 a game. He's right there in steals. Pierce for 3 gets glass. And here's the lead out for Griffin. Nice pass. Darren Williams cannot finish. The West with an 8-point lead. The East in possession. Ray Allen lost it.
That's about 7 or 8 turnovers already for the East squad.
Oh, there's the alley-oop. Griffin from Williams. Rondo on the recovery.
Well, the question was asked to me last night from Charles. I'm going to ask you, Steve. Who has a better body and whose body would you want? Blake Griffin or Dwight Howard? Who do you want?
That's a tough choice. I mean, first of all, how did this conversation come about?
Well, during the dunk contest, we had Dwight at the table with us.
Just one. But look at this. The explosiveness, head up by the rim. He could have grabbed a teddy bear by the teeth on this dunk right here, like Serge Ibaka did last night. How about the creativity in the contest?
Loved it
Last night, and the bar keeps getting raised higher and higher in terms of presentation. I don't know where it goes from here.
JaVale McGee with the 2 backboard extensions. That was
amazing.
That's unbelievable to me.
I thought last year in the slam dunk they had run out of possibilities.
Yeah. They keep coming up with new stuff.
I think people have too much time on their hands to think about these possibilities. You can watch your favorite team anywhere with NBA League Pass. Call your local cable, satellite, or telco provider. Log on to NBA.com/League Pass for the special half-season offer. And don't forget to be sure to log on to NBA.com throughout tonight's game to watch player ISO cameras in which you, the fans, can vote. Final seconds of the first. Here is Joe Johnson for 3. And time has run out. It's a 37-27 lead for the West. Kobe Bryant, the high-point man, in his 8 minutes, 4 of 7 from the field, 11 points. The West shooting 15 of 28, just under 54%.